This video is brought to you by Gladiator Concealment and S4 Tactical Gear. Links are in the description box below. What's up, guys? It's Michael and Kyle with AKM Tactical. We appreciate y'all watching. Today we wanted to take a few minutes and talk to you guys about the Streamlight TLR-1 series of weapon-mounted lights. You know, here's the thing about weapon-mounted lights. They're great. If you could live in an ideal world, you should have one on your carry gun. Now, we are big advocates of carrying a handheld light. You should carry that also, but if you had to run this thing at night, a weapon-mounted light is just,
That's where it's at.
That's where it's at. Not everybody feels like they can do it. Not everybody thinks they can do it, but the industry is leaning more towards carrying a weapon-mounted light. The more you start looking into it and watching videos of different ones, respectable people that we like to watch and look up to, guys are moving towards that for concealed carry because there's so many benefits to it. And
one place that you can see the benefit is police officers.
Absolutely.
And with everything that's been going on lately with police, like you're seeing more and more body cams. So in an odd way, that kind of benefits us because we're actually able to see real life confrontations like never before. Yep. They're being filmed. People got camera phones. I was watching one on. What is that guy's name's page? I always forget his name.
Active Self-Protection.
Active Self-Protection. I was watching his page, and it was a confrontation that I'd seen before. But these two officers got a call and for a guy trespassing. So they went and talked to the guy, and the guy was like, "Hey, I ain't got nothing on me," and he actually flashed a gun on accident. Mm-hmm. So when the cops went to went to disarm him, he fought and drew the gun, and there was a fight over the gun, and the officer ended up taking the gun from him, shooting the perp with his own gun, and after the guy was down, he dropped the perp's gun that he had just fired those shots with, pulled his gun, and illuminated him.
Yep.
It's hard to hit what you can't see,
mm-hmm.
right? And you really don't need to be shooting at something if you can't see it.
Absolutely.
So know your target and what's beyond it, and most confrontations do happen at night. So carrying some kind of light is essential. Now, it's not the easiest thing in the world to do.
No.
You're gonna need a solid light first of all. So there's only two series of lights that really have a lot of time. I think have the time behind them, and that's going to be your Surefire lights, which those are the X300.
You can get an X300 for around I've seen them as low as $189.
Yeah, most of the time it's gonna be around two something.
Around
230,
230 something right now.
And then you've got the Streamlight TLR-1 series,
which right now is on Amazon for $97.
Yeah, exactly. You can, and that's my HL version.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, you can get the Streamlight the 800 lumens for around $100. Now, Streamlight is proven. Yep. Through law enforcement mainly.
Yep.
A ton of law enforcement officers carry that Streamlight, and I think part of the reason is it's solid and it's half the price of Surefire.
Yep.
Now, Surefire is supposedly bomb proof, and I believe that it's got, that's what you see a lot of military guys running. I don't have any experience because I've always bought Streamlight. Just the common Streamlights that I have that you can find, at Walmart, I've beat to hell and back, and they still work.
Here's the thing, used to people would say Surefire, that's the end all be all, but Streamlight has really stepped up their game.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, as far as the lumen game is concerned, there's nobody topping Streamlight right now.
Yeah,
nobody. Hand in pistol mounted lights and rifle mounted lights. I mean, they are reigning supreme. Used to you put the Surefire. Oh, I can't remember what model it was, but it was 1,000 lumens, and that was the brightest. It wasn't even. It was a handheld. It was a big handheld, but you could mount it on a rifle. Well, now Streamlight has come out with that Rail Mount 2 HL, which is 1,000 lumens. It as far as the lumens go, it's hard to beat a Streamlight.
And a lot of things have improved as far as technology goes to allow us to carry more lumens. I mean, people like Jaeger will talk about back in the day 90 lumens was like a lightsaber. Mm-hmm. Well, now you can carry 90 lumens on your keychain.
Yeah.
Or more. So, but anyways, the lumen game, basically our thought is get all that you can.
Yep.
Now we're gonna roll in some footage of us shooting the TLR-1, and there's a lot of benefits just to mounting a weapon light on your carry gun. The obvious benefit is being able to illuminate your target. Another benefit is just that to decrease that muzzle flip, you've got some weight at the end of the barrel, and if you're going to have weight on your gun, you want it kind of towards the front. That way, it decreases that muzzle flip. So you'll notice if you guys shoot one when you're at the range, there's less of that muzzle rise, so you can get on target quicker.
Yep.
Isn't it a super noticeable difference?
No, I mean, probably not. But
no, you're still gonna have to use the basics and fundamentals and still be a adequate shooter in order to hit what you're shooting at. But it does help.
It does.
And as far as carrying one goes, you're gonna have to have quality gear.
Yeah, we like using Gladiator concealment. As far as light bearing holsters go, Manny has got this new design that he does where he flattens this hump down. Most light bearing holsters have a big old hump right here where the light goes in. He's flattened that down, and that makes a huge difference for carrying inside the waistband. And I have found that I can carry this no issues, no problems at all. You carry yours.
Carry it today.
Yeah, I mean, you carry yours, and I mean, yeah, it's the middle of summertime, it's hot, we're in shorts, t-shirts, he's got a button up on, but I mean, we're in hot weather clothes, and you can conceal this thing no problem.
Yeah, Manny, and I know we're bragging about our sponsor again, but honestly, guys, he's really done an excellent job making this light bearing holster, capable of carrying inside the waistband. Honestly, like, I never really thought I could carry a TLR-1 IWB before he was like, hey, give this a try. I was looking at the Surefire XC1, which is a more compact package. There's smaller holsters for that. There's not as much bulk, there's not as much holster there that you're gonna have to deal with, there's not as much weight. But this holster has allowed us to carry inside the waistband. Also, another thing that you gotta have, because you're adding weight to this gun, is you're gonna have to have a quality belt. I can't tell you guys, I can't stress that enough. I run across people all the time on Instagram, on Facebook, that are talking about, oh man, all I can carry comfortably is a Glock 43 or a Shield or, you know, a SIG P238 or something, you know, small. No, that's not necessarily true. I mean, we're not skinny guys, you know, we got, you know, all the love handles and all that. And a quality belt that holds that gun, there's a squirrel or something falling out the tree over there, but a quality belt that holds that gun up and holds your pants up high enough. Like, we're not talking about above your belly button, but a big part of it is just getting that gun up in the back and holding it there. You know, of course, our sponsor is S4 Tactical. Dave makes some great belts. He makes other quality gear, but those belts allow us to carry bigger guns, more ammo, and more ammo means more time in the fight.
That's right. That's right. So, and that's the whole key of not carrying those little teeny tiny guns. Yeah. It's more time in the fight, and you want as much time in the fight as necessary. So, and you don't know how much time you're going to have in the fight, so why chance it with 6 rounds?
Yeah. And you know, some people might watch this video and think, oh, well, you just carried that today in your big Columbia shirt, so to make a point for the video, and that's not true. I went to the movie theater. We watched the new Transformers, me and my family, and I carried this gun because this solves the equation for the movie theater. Yep. You know, I mean, you want both hands on the gun. So am I gonna, you know, do the FBI thing with the light over here and the gun here and on that one hand? I mean, I can shoot confidently one-handed, but I'm not nearly as good. I mean, I don't know a lot of people that are. A lot of average shooters that can just rack off, you know, rounds like they want to, one-handed versus, you know, 2 hands on the gun.
Yep. So to kind of go over some of the specs, I guess. Now I actually am running the old TLR-1. Kyle's running the HL. Yeah. I'm running the old TLR-1. That's going to change in the very near future. I've got to order me a
How many
HL.
lumens is that one?
This one is 325 lumens,
which is plenty.
I mean, it's still plenty bright, especially. You know, there's one issue with high lumen lights that some people have made an argument of, and you know, it's here and there or whatever, but they talk about inside the house, you know, in a home defense scenario, you know, running a super bright, you know, 800,000 lumen light, whatever, in the house can be an issue.
It's relevant.
It can be relevant. It can. I have found with this light inside the house, I have no issues. I can see. It can be pitch black, and I can see just fine. As long as you keep the light clean and have good fresh batteries in it, it'll do fine for that. I do want to put an 800 lumen model on. I just haven't bought one yet. But
Tacticalifornia did a good video on that.
Yeah.
On lights for home defense, and actually I think he kind of leans towards the less lumens in the house. Yeah, y'all go check out his page if y'all haven't. He's a buddy of ours. Bless his heart, he's all the way in California. But you know, he makes some good quality videos with some solid information. Y'all go check him out.
Yeah.
He did a good video on it.
But the way that the controls work on the TLR series, the TLR-1 series is phenomenal. Really, really are. In my opinion, they're way better. The controls are way better than the Surefire. The X300 on the Surefire, you have to press this button. You have to push in on it. It's not down or up. You have to push in on it. And so it makes it, you know, if you're not pressing forward, it's not lighting up. Now, is it an easy thing to do? Yes, absolutely. But the way that this thing is designed is a paddle, and you just press down on the paddle, and the light comes on. That is fantastic when it comes to just running the gun. You already got your grip built. You just move your thumb down, press down, and light it up.
Yeah. It's very intuitive.
Very intuitive. It's not real heavy. I have not noticed that it's heavy. It doesn't feel heavy carrying it, and it's just a great light.
One-handed operation.
One-handed operation stuff is easy. There's actually some footage in the B-roll of me running this on the Canik TP9, one-handed. I mean, and it doesn't make the gun dip or anything like that. The weight is fine. It's no issue. You just press out and run the gun the way you need to run it.
So one-handed, you're gonna push the gun out, and it's not far from your index point.
That's
right.
Know,
on your Glock. So you're gonna just flip it on, and you can flip it off. Yep. And I don't have I got some meaty hands, but I don't have long.
Yeah.
fingers.
I mean, it's very easy to reach.
It's reachable. It's basically at the end of your trigger guard.
Yeah. It's very easy to reach.
Yeah.
It's just a great light. It really is.
It's hard to beat for the money, guys. We'd love to tell you go get a bomb-proof Surefire, but
Aaron Cowan with Sage Dynamics did a really great review on the TLR-1 HL. He stepped up, I don't know, 2 stories, something like that, and just started dropping it off like a second story balcony onto a concrete block too.
Yeah.
I mean, just bam and bam and bam, and the light just kept going. He beat the mess out of it, and it just kept going. And he actually has changed over to the TLR-1 series, and he was always a surefire guy. They're really nice lights. They're bomb proof. They're affordable, and as far as the lumen game goes, there's nobody topping them right now. Nobody at all.
Yeah, they're hard to beat, guys, especially for the money. And you know, the kind of basis of our channel is, you know, giving you quality gear at a solid price. So we want you to go get gear that's A, gonna work, and B, is good value. So we're not gonna go send you to, you know, try a crappy light out, you know, just because it's cheap. It's got to be good, and it's got to be, you know, a value. So guys, we have no complaints. My light is tight. The lockup is good. It's got a key for 4 Glocks. You know, the only thing that, and this is with any weapon mounted light that you'll have to be aware of, is when you put a lot of rounds through it, you'll have some carbon buildup on the lens, and it will decrease your lumen output. Of course it is, because you got to shine through that. So you need to, you know, if you were in a bad situation and that's a lot of rounds, you'd probably be shooting. You might have to just reach out there and wipe it off.
And that's one reason. That's another argument of why the higher the lumens, the better. Because you don't. That light right now is not putting out 800 lumens. No. Not to mention the fact that if it doesn't have brand new batteries in it, so there again, it's still not putting out 800 lumens. Yeah. So the brighter the light, the better. And I'm saying that as I don't have one, but I am going to get one.
Realistically, guys, if I know you're like, oh, that's crap. Why do they advertise like that? The max lumen output on brand new batteries is going to be 800 lumens.
Yep.
Realistically, you're probably going to be running like between 450 and 5.
Yeah. As soon as you light it up, it starts going down. You start losing it.
So, you know, that's another argument for more lumens. Is you're going to be running less than that. So just keep that in mind, guys, and don't get frustrated, because every light is like that. It doesn't matter what kind of flashlight you buy. You're not getting the max output unless you got brand new batteries the first time you click it on. After that, you know, get used to it. And I don't know if the Streamlight does come with a chart, but a lot of lights will come with a chart. They'll show you, okay, peak output lumens for how many hours, how much battery life, and then it'll kind of show you where it dips down. A lot of them kind of just dip and kind of level out a little bit until the battery dies.
And guys, there's also some studies on candela. A lot of people don't even pay attention to candela, but candela is something that Aaron Cowan talks about. He doesn't even necessarily care about lumens as much as he does candela. And
is that like intensity of the light?
It's like intensity of the light, you know, the hot spot, the spill, and all that kind of stuff. And that stuff's important. You know, one thing that I will say about the, if I was going to run a small, low output light, it would be an XC1. Because it doesn't have a super hot spot, but it has a super wide spill. Yeah. So you can cover a lot of area with that 200 lumens. And I may one of these days try that XC1 out. You know?
Yeah, it's no doubt.
Because it's so compact and just, you know, the footprint of your holster is so much smaller.
But you do have to remember, you got to get another system.
That's exactly right. And it's one of those things that you got to make your mind up. Is that something you're willing to give up? Are you willing to give up the lumens for something so compact when you can comfortably carry this?
And guys, when we talked about candela and spill, let me tell you a good place to go for that. We're not going to have that in this video. Mrgunsngear, if you follow him, he does videos on all these lights like this, the TLR-1, he's done them all. Go check him out, and he actually does a side-by-side comparison, so you can see actual footage in the dark of him like shining the lights on his house and his yard, and it gives you a good idea of what you'd be looking at in a real-world situation. So y'all go check him out. That's another good resource for it. Check out Tacticalifornia. He's got a good video on lights for in the home. But either way you go, guys, if you go with a TLR-1, any of the models, the standard model, the strobe model, the HL model, like, you're good to go. We don't necessarily think you need to go get the one with the laser. We don't really see a benefit for the laser. Some people like it. My wife has a TLR-6 on her Glock 43. I have it set up where it just runs a light.
Yeah.
So, and I have sighted the laser in, but it's just,
That's guys just.
I don't know. Yeah,
that's the point in it.
it's for funsies, I guess.
Yep. Yep.
But anyways, good light.
Yep.
And like I said, good holster, good belt, light area concealment, S4 tactical. You'll be able to do
You'll be
it.
good to go. You got anything else, man? All right,
No,
guys.
man.
Appreciate y'all watching. You know what to do. Like, share, and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, you can put them in the comment section below, or you can jump over to the Facebook page. We always get into a more in-depth conversation there. We will also provide links to all of our social media outlets and sponsors in the description box below. We'll also try to put links in for those channels that we mentioned. Those are some really good channels y'all need to check out.
Yeah, we'll try to put one in for
And
the light, too.
we'll try to link in the light, too. But anyways, guys, we appreciate y'all watching, and y'all be safe.